very much. Thank you. Is there anybody watching the internet?
No.
In that case, internet. Good. Hello.
Recorded though.
I'm mixing, I do both. Funny thing about having a charity moustache is I keep seeing people with ordinary moustaches, and I keep going, you know, it's like if you've got a certain kind of car, you always go. Like, so when I see people with moustaches, and I go to the gym at the YMCA, so there's a lot of moustaches, so there I am naked in the gym going, hi! And all the trouble I've seen. So anyway, this song is about when I was a member of the Scouts many, many years ago. It's called the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. The white game was a game that we used to play in Scouts. We go to the park after dark and basically for the bell. There was a local competition that took place every year. We needed a team that could win or at least come somewhere near. So the football heroes, the popular kids, the boys who got the girls, carried the hopes of all the troop. But there were two teams because there was a bedwetter, a backwards kid, a big fat man and me, in the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. Skipped a guzzle to one side and said, Scouts, do your best. Team A, I want you to go for the cup. Team B, try and not get in a mess. The macho lads were confident, set off with style and noise. Got into fights all that night and failed to score a point. But while we might have disappointed Lord Baden Powell, we did surprisingly well. For a bedwetter, a backwards kid, a big fat lad and me, we were the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. And when we got back to the safety of the pack, they were surprised to see we had secreted in our bag a trophy inscribed with in second place, and then the following list of names. There was a bedwetter, a backwards kid, a big fat lad and me. It said the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. And if you're thinking this must be some metaphor for a way of life, well, obviously you're right, and I'll tell you something more. Since that day I've realised you can be a star no matter what your lot in life. Even if you are a bedwetter, a backwards kid or a big fat lad like me, you can join the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. Come join the Peterborough All Saints White Game Team Group B. Can you turn the vocals up and then I'll not sing this back?
Yeah,
Because the last time I did one of these, we did it in a. Last time we did one of these, I'm just faking it. The last time we did one of these, we did it in a church, and it was amazing. Because you know when you sing in the shower and it sounds really good, it was like that times a million. It was fantastic. Except God was obviously frowning at the time, so there was no swearing. And Tim, I did a song which I do at the end of this, which does involve swearing, and Tim had to, because he didn't mind, he was fine with the swearing in the church, because he obviously didn't have my nan going from heaven. And so Tim came on stage and was like my swearing double. So we won't do it again, will we? But it was great. It was fucking great. So I'm saying that to an applause, so it's fine. So this song is about when I went to the Gay Pride Festival 14 years ago, and it's called The Gay Train. In Peterborough was where I was raised. In my bedroom was where I spent most of my days, on a ZX Spectrum, as I've otherwise mentioned. So I did my A-levels, I moved to Leicester. Well, I met a few people and I made a few friends, and this is a story about one of them. So come with me now on a journey through time to when he moved to London near the Northern Line. I was going down to Balham when somebody said, let's go to Clapham and see the Gay Pride Festival there. I got on the underground, didn't really understand the scene I'd seen before me down there. And there were lesbians to the left of me, a gay choir to the right, the two terrified tourists quivering with pride on the gay train. frightened. He wasn't being quite as enlightened as I was trying to be. With liberalism writ on my face, looking very hetero just in case, but no one even tried to get off with me. And there were lesbians to the left of me, a gay choir to the right, two terrified tourists quivering with fright on the gay train, on the gay train, on the gay train in 1994. Woo, 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 woo. Then they let off all these balloons, each representing someone who they knew, who had died of AIDS. Everybody stopped acting quite so camp, and I remember thinking to myself that that was the most moving thing I'd seen all day. And there were lesbians to the left of me, a gay choir to the right, and this terrified tourist suddenly felt alright on the gay train, on the gay train, on the gay train in 1994. As my mate Village's dad would say, doesn't really matter if you're straight or gay, all that matters is love. As my mate Village's dad would say, doesn't really matter if you're straight or gay, all that matters is love. On the gay train, on the gay train, on the gay train in 1994. This next one, this is about love in the information technology community. Is it on now? Yeah. So hopefully I'm actually taking the IT crowd tonight. So I'm really, my missus has got to think about switching off the plugs and save the planet. And every time I'm trying to video something on the Freeview box, she just maybe I should give her. I won't give her a ring now because that would spoil the flow. But anyway, this song, the IT crowd is a Syrian documentary about real life in the information technology community, and this song is also about that. It's called "It Only Works Because You're Here." The phone rings 9 times before he says yes. She's got a problem with Internet Explorer, and he's the computer desk. He waits and takes the lift to her floor and says, "Show me the problem then." She's mildly mortified to find that everything's working again. She flushes bright pink, which he thinks is wonderful. She feels like such a fool, and so she says, "It only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You got my windows to open, la-da-da." Weeks pass, and that's that, until he gets in late one day to see she's been and posted a post-it note onto his screen that says, "Could you pop up when you've got a minute?" He flies up 5 flights of stairs to find her computer rebooting, and main site IT guy sat in her chair. He's red-faced and out of breath, which she thinks is wonderful. She knows he wanted to help her, and so she says, "It only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You've got my windows to open, la-da-da." So he see her when he's passing and also when he's not. She's fairly sure that he feels something for her, but she can't say exactly what. He's nervous and he's shy, and that's part of the reason why she likes him. But the vague chance of romance is not enough reason for her to stay. He can't believe it when he hears that she's leaving from her with round-wielding PA. There's not enough room on the card to fit all the words that burn in his heart. She's leaving. It's horrible. He doesn't know what to do. Until at her leaving do, he puts his hand to his heart and says, "It only works because you're here. Before you came it was broken. It only works because you're here. You've got my windows to open," she says. "Well, you've left it a bit bloody late, so let's not waste time. I think you're great." They kiss, crowd cheers, main site IT guy goes home in a flood of tears. Right, this is a song, I haven't played this song for about 7 years. I'm playing it at Do next week, somebody's requested it. So this song is about, it's slightly relevant. I would like to think it's slightly relevant in the light of the BMP list being published. It's about trying to postpone orgasm. I know, which is handy in my gigs, I like to think. But it's I'm just thinking of cross legs. And it's also about the futility of the extreme right bastardry in the face of things that actually do matter, like the love and that. And as we'll see when we get to the middle 8 bit, I'd like you to imagine me doing the middle 8 bit, which features Enoch Powell quite strongly. The middle 8, which I've often performed at, I used to perform at festivals and stuff, and people would always come in during the bit when I'm singing about Enoch Powell and look horrified. So when we get to that bit, imagine you've just walked in an all-day festival run by Leicester City Council as part of the race awareness in Leicester, and just look horrified. But it will turn out all right in the end, don't worry. So this song is called If You're Too Turned On. If you're too turned on, work out complicated foreign phrases. What exactly is the German for this sauerkraut is overpriced? And if you're still turned on, try reconstructing really boring bus routes, 'cause you can occupy your mind with double-deckers bound for Spinney Hill, right, Harry Leicester. And if you suddenly turn psychic in my boudoir, you will find I've got the innovations catalogue on mine. I've got the films of Doug McClure upon my mind. If you're too turned on, you want to use Pythagoras' theorem, or minus b cos of minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And if you're still turned on, use leaders of the British Labour Party, 'cause you can picture Harold Wilson looking at UCQ Gate Skills eyes. And if you suddenly turn psychic in my boudoir, you would find I've got the 17 times table on my mind. I've got the history of democracy in mind. Oh, Enoch Powell, did you think you'd be remembered as the face that helped 1,000 nights go on fire? that you're holding back, but it's not made of blood. And if you suddenly turn psychic, in my boudoir you would find I got the things that really matter on my mind. I've got the things that really matter on my mind. The reason I'm not going to that song for 7 years is it always makes some people uncomfortable because they think, am I the only one who thinks about the 17 times table at that particular moment? The 17 times table is if you good?
I'll do the 17th time.
17 times table is a good one, it's quite difficult, I'd recommend it. Sexual health tips, that's what we're coming at for this evening. What am I on now? So this next song is not about don't be so it's okay. And also, I find that I go and play gigs for students' unions and stuff. So if I'm thinking about Enoch Powell in order to postpone erection, a lot of people don't get that. So I don't know who the hoodies think about in these circumstances. I don't know. What?
You're a Sheffield at Easter.
Oh, that's true. I play at Sheffield Students' Union, you see, quite a lot. And there's just young people there, and they probably go, we talk about old people like Damon Albarn or something, that's probably what it is. Actually, Jarvis Cocker would probably be quite sure. I don't know, next time, try and think of a young person's person, and we'll see. Anyway, just stop it now, that's enough. This one is about, it's something about how being happy. I was actually thinking about we need to do something about being happy. I thought I'd do my song about being happy, which is also my song that involves lots of superheroes as well. So this song, it just looks like, is anybody familiar with the race of mutants, not mutants, the race of superheroes called the Inhumans? This may take some time. They're a race of advanced superhumans who are a separate body of humanity, not humanity, the Celestials came, not the Celestials, the Celestials came down and split humanity into different sections. The Inhumans, who used to live in Hananias, now live on the moon, expose their children to intelligent mists, and that brings that super Black Bolt, Medusa forming the Fantastic Four, that sort of thing. Anyway, that features quite heavily in this song. So anyway, if you like it, that's fine. That'll be fine. There's a bit of singing along about halfway through, which will probably take all of our minds off that. And it also got Dr. Doom and so I'm just fiddling with. No, it's fine. I'm just fiddling with it because I'm just nervously aware that I'm the only person who knows what I'm talking. Wolverine, Snitch.
It's a comic.
It's a comic. Yes.
Say that.
It's in a comic. Sorry, I thought it was obvious. So no, it's not a race of superhumans who live down the road or anything. It's not a real race of superhumans. No. It's not. Yes, Black Bolt. Anyway. So this song is called "Being Happy Doesn't Make You Stupid." Like Black Bolt with a cob on, you sit. Black Bolt being the leader of the Inhumans, so his mutant power. Do you honestly not know who Black Bolt from the Inhumans is? Some of these metaphors may fall at 5 grand. Well, Black Bolt is the leader of the Inhumans, you see, and he's the king of the Inhumans. But he can't speak because the voice of Black Bolt will level mountains. I'll explain all the bits as we go through this in education. So Black Bolt not speaking, that's what he did. Like Black Bolt with a cob on, you sit there in a sulk, while everybody else is down the pub. If you think your time spent better doing research in your room, you are not Mr. Fantastic, you're Doctor Doom. So Victor, just for you, here's a universal truth. Being happy doesn't make you stupid, being clever shouldn't make you sad. Having fun will never turn you down. If you think sarcastic sneering is the best way to react to a rotten world only you understand. If the planet's all that awful, then don't you think you should try and use your mighty powers for good? It doesn't take a cosmic cue to see bottle, send that bottle back through time. I know someone who could use this advice. Hey there, emo boy, give us all a smile. Hey there, emo boy, give us all a smile. Hey there, emo boy, give us all a smile. Hey there, emo boy, give us all a smile. Being happy doesn't make you stupid, being clever shouldn't make you sad. Having fun will never turn you sad. We live all our lives trapped inside a prison made of bone. The sound of laughter says we're not alone. You're not alone. Don't be alone. We're not alone. Don't be alone. 'Cause being happy doesn't make you stupid. Being clever shouldn't make you sad. Having fun will never turn you sad. So thank you. This is my last song. This is the song that I sang in the church the week with Tim. See if you can guess the bits that Tim had to sing so my immortal soul wasn't condemned to hell. This song is about the two greatest bands ever to have come out of Manchester, and it's called The Lesson of the Smiths. Morrissey, Marr and Barlow changed my life. They made the kind of music that I said I didn't like. Then one day I realised that I did. Watching Take That, in fact, performing at the Brits. Hearing Back for Good the first time, I thought from now on in life I'll like the things I like with an open heart. The crazy world of rock's an easy place to start. From here on in our base, my just written on baggage but on heart. And from that day a voice in my head has come to me in times of doubt and said, remember the lesson of Take That. If a pile of pillows pretend to like it doesn't mean it's crap. And remember the lesson of the Smiths. Just because a bunch of wankers like it doesn't mean that it's shit. You see, I didn't have that great a time in my later years at school. I didn't really like anyone, least of all the kids were cool. I had to hate their music and therefore the Smiths became the epitome of all that I abhorred. But in later years at indie discos with jumper stretch and Spencer Kimbo, all I lacked was a quiff and a pocket of dance. I could have seen them play live, but alas, they stood before my foolish pride decided not to be so daft. And when I contemplate the great mistake that I made, a little voice pipes up to say, remember the lesson of the Smiths. Just because a bunch of wankers like it doesn't mean that it's shit. Remember the lesson of Take That. If a pile of pellets pretends to like it doesn't mean it's crap. Now, I went out walking on a walk against the war, and I noticed many banners had seen many walks before. The usual cliques of Moxo, anarchistic sods, who like to reclaim any demonstration, relevant or not. Well, I got so peeved I moved to leave when suddenly I heard a little voice inside me say, Hibbett, don't be such a bird, look beyond the gits and hippies and you'll see 2 million people marching for something they believe. So what if there's 1,000 fuckwits here? Peace and love is still a bloody good idea. And remember the lesson of Take That. If a pile of pillars pretend to like it doesn't mean it's crap. And remember the lesson of the Smiths. Just because a bunch of wankers like it doesn't mean that it's shit. Oh yes, if you're dismissing things because they're in with some other crowd, you will be the one who's missing out. Don't wait for a retrospective, get into it now, or you will be the one who's missing out.